Alright, we're back. So I guess we went to oblivion there, but we're back. So you take the D minor and we're going to play over that the this one, the one that had the E4. Alright, so let's change the color of the box. And we'll just outline this box here. I know that wasn't such a good cut on that left side, but so we're interested in this one. Okay, here's our D minor. Here's our D minor right there. Really, we shouldn't be fussing about it, but there it is. And that you go D up to an E, and that E is going to be a 4 in Dorian every time. Where is that E shape? Here it is. All right. Here's the E shape for the fourth, and then the 6 is part of that. Okay, so it's an E-shaped 4, and with your E shape, when you play an E shape, okay, let's say this is just an E chord. The middle finger of these 3 is the root, and so is the bottom chord. So with an open, if this capo was your fret nut, the open string is the low E and the middle one. Okay, and the top. There's 3 roots in the E. So there it is. There's the 4th. Let's just lose the drawing tool. So that's what happens with the Dorian. All right, and we can do one more in the Dorian. So let's say we're starting on the 4th. Okay, now I'm going to take the capo off because my guitar can get this because it's down tuned. So it'll go 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 2, right up here. That is also a D minor. 4, 6, 2. It's doing it again. Okay, that's it, right? 4, 6, 2. Alright, I'm not going to waste time turning it off and on. It keeps turning itself on again. So, there we go. So we've outlined another small arpeggio that formed a cool chord. Alright, that is a minor chord, and it's an interesting chord. When we look here at one of the characteristic chords, here is an E minor shaped D minor right here. Okay, and notice this doesn't happen a lot, and that is that this E minor shaped chord, everybody, or I always knew this E minor shaped chord, right? But what I didn't know was these guys when I'm playing my E minor. But that's why an E minor sounds good. Not only you get the bottom part good, that's actually an E minor. It's not just, oh, lucky, that sounds good. So that it's also a characteristic of. Now let's look a little past that, or before that. All right, at the minor that's caged minor before that, which is a G minor shaped. This 2, 4. Now we're in the minor. Okay, see the minor third to the major and then up. That's a G minor shaped, starting on the 2. Okay, we'll have to That's a G minor shaped D minor there. Okay, and in that box, we're going to play over that G minor. We're going to play an A shape fourth. So this is the one with the A shape fourth. The box we're concerned with right here is here now. Okay, so here's what we're looking at, the 2 4 6 2. All right, and we also have, as part of that box, that little D minor up here in the key. You see, it's the, that little D, that minor is up there too, and we play the A fourth over it. So you can see it's the same fourth that's happening each time. Here's a D4 in this particular box here. Okay, there's a D4, and you see a C there. See how D's one up from it, and it's also the fourth, and there it is. There's your D4 right there. Okay, so let's lose all this. So that's how to identify these chords within these tripentatonic cages. That they're simply the same cages. In other words, if you look at the root cage here, you have the A cage, and then the C cage extends down a little bit, but that's a fairly small one. Here's a big one, right? What cage is this really? Well, it's hard to say which cage it is really, but the A shape, which is starting with the root, let's say, we've got an A-shaped root, which starts here, 5, 6, root 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2, like that. But then we have a D4, so we're going to get this note, but then the warp takes us way up to this 4. That's why it extends up there. So within these huge cages, we've got like 3 D minors here, don't we? We 3 2 minors here. This one's an A minor shape, but this is actually this belongs to this cage down here, right? With the C4. Okay. So this is this A-shaped G minor. Sometimes they're partially in a cage. That means they're really not in that cage. I should have labeled this A1 over here and squished it in over there, so it would definitely be in that cage. It's not in this big giant cage here. I just labeled it there because that there it is. I mean, there it is. It's just kind of outlined by the chord. So you have to be careful with labels, where you're putting them. I try to put them in the best place. This is definitely where the C minor label goes, 2, 4 to 6, like that. But again, the D minor goes perhaps into another cage. But if you look at it encompassed by this tripentatonic cage here, it is in the proper cage location. There's that D minor. So it's getting cold in here. I am really like, I should do more playing if that makes me warmer. I guess we're going to go on to the next one here. Alright, so we want to get to this. Now we're going to cover that was the Dorian, the Ionian, and we didn't cover how to add the Locrian. We can get to that on the bottom, but the Locrian is just everything that the Dorian is, except add a 7th, and you'll get those Locrian chords. Now the Locrian scale itself is up here. I didn't do the Locrian scale here because we would use the Dorian scale and just add the 7ths. Let's try one of those. Okay, so say we're going to start from this 7 here, right? So it'd be here. We're going to skip the 6th and go to the 2nd there. So we go something like 7 to the 2 there. then 2 to the 4,